So yeah, this is then obviously all the events and stuff here in the event page. Then this was the launch pad obviously that we have. So then we have just general NFT collections that we put in here. So again, this one actually is recently live now. So this is 3D World is a metaverse convention center. So we've actually just partnered with them to do all of their ticketing for the metaverse. What they actually do is they do like trade shows, conferences. Like they actually used to do a ton of physical events before. So in real life, events, different trade shows and conferences and stuff like that. But then they are now using Infinite Reality's metaverse software to basically produce metaverse conferences. And it's funny because we actually demoed an example of this at the Paris Blockchain Week. Actually, we had it on the Hedera stand. And it was really interesting to see people's feedback from it. Like, again, when it comes to like, the metaverse narrative, I was always kind of suspect on it. I guess, being super active in the last cycle and then seeing, the way that metaverses, I suppose, were brought to fruition. And they kind of just seem to be like these like really bad parties where everyone just kind of like standing around. And they just didn't really seem to be a good market fit. It kind of seemed a bit gimmicky. Whereas actually, I think when you take something like this and you apply, metaverse to different verticals like trade shows, I think there's a good market fit for them. So these are really cool, actually. Like, again, this golden pass one, if you hypothetically got this one, this gives you lifetime access to all of their events. And it's not just like crypto events. They put on like, health events. They do all these other events. I think, like they could be doing like 100 events a year, say. So again, definitely worth checking these out. I know that the prices are going to go up exponentially. I think there's only like 100 of these and there's like 150 of these. And then afterwards, obviously, price goes up.
It's cool. Trade shows is a really smart idea, I'd say, when it comes to like metaverse and like ticketing, because like, you have people from all around the world who are in their various trades, but aren't necessarily able to make it out, spend a couple $100 to $1,000 just on flights and then housing and, car rentals and etc. All the expenses just keep on adding on top of each other. But just to be able to see, a trade show in real life can cost upwards of thousands of dollars rather than, integrating it into the metaverse. And as long as there's that same functionality that you might experience in a real world trade show, where you're actually able to see the products kind of, seamlessly in front of your face and how they operate, or even show, like live stream cameras presenting, I guess, the trades that people are offering or the services that they're offering. That's pretty, unique. And I have yet to hear anything like that.
No, the other one that's really cool is they actually have like video conferencing built in as well. So like hypothetically, you could actually have, say, someone on the Hedera stand with with their computer set up. And then as people are visiting them on the stand, you're interacting directly with like a representative from the company on stand. So that level of interaction is quite cool. And then, like you said, you get around a lot of the costs, like a lot of people can't come. But then even some of them, I mean, Paris Blockchain Week, they had a digital ticket that was like, €500 or $500 or whatever. And that then obviously gave you access to their app. And then you got some of the streamed content, early access to it or whatever. But I suppose when you're kind of going, like, if there's an appetite at that level, and you don't really get a sense of like, walking around the conference, you don't get to see all the booths, you don't really get to like talk to anyone necessarily. I definitely can see how there would be really, really good market fit for this.
Most definitely.